Hello, everybody. Welcome to Joe Bob Briggs' Companion Podcast. This episode had a little bit of an issue. MK's microphone for the last 20 minutes, one of the cables got loose and the quality kind of drops. I tried to compensate, but we'll see how it goes. Sorry about that. And then for the video portion, you know what they say, things come in pairs. The video got lost. We need the intern that we've been talking about. But the next episode, everything is groovy. This shouldn't happen again. This was just an accident. We really appreciate you guys, and anyone who is listening or watching, thank you. And we're sorry, and it'll likely not happen again, but no promises. Enjoy. Okay, so we'll include that. That T-shirt is from the
Blair's
diner in my the town where I went to high school. I didn't know at the time, but it was where they shot Friday the 13th Part 1.
That's right.
It's crazy.
It's
the
so
diner
crazy.
scene is there.
And you didn't really know it at the time because they didn't really advertise it at the time.
No, they didn't really talk about it.
But
at the
when we
time.
went to your high school reunion, we went to the Blairstown Diner.
Because I wanted to go inside, because that's where you used to smoke cigarettes.
Inside, off
And
campus. And then they had all this merch, all this Freddy merch. They had bloody handprints on the walls.
Are you upset that I'm looking at my phone? Keep vamping, because
all-
I have to tell you that what's interesting is that the audio people don't know.
It's true. It's true.
So when you draw attention to it,
bloody handprints on the walls and like all kinds of stuff. And John talked to this like waitress, this like awesome old woman who looked like she's been working there forever. And John was like, me and my friends used to smoke cigarettes inside. And she laughed and she was like, don't do that anymore. And he was like, and you didn't used to be so affiliated with Friday the 13th. Like, what changed? And she's like, well, they realized over the years, a lot of people would drive out to the middle of this place in New Jersey to come visit this location. And they're like, oh, we could be capitalizing on this. So
100%. Yeah.
And we got a cool T-shirt.
Whoever owned it was like, we need to make merch. I mean, they must make a killing on the merch, because I bought 2 shirts.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I loved it.
Such great merch. Well, welcome everybody.
Welcome back
to the
Joe
Bob
Briggs
Companion
Podcast.
Wow. This
This is a podcast where we watch episodes from Joe Bob Briggs at the Last Drive-In
on Shudder.
show on Shudder. We're currently in season 7, working our way towards the end. We started this in the middle of season 7 before we knew that the show was going to get canceled.
Yes.
So
then we got to like the last episode, the last regularly scheduled aired episode, and then we're like, well, we'll work backwards.
Yeah.
But Joe Bob does have some exciting specials coming up.
Yep, which we'll sandwich in there. We kind of explain this here and there somewhat at most episodes. So if you've heard this 10 times already, that's all we're going to say.
Yeah.
Not one more word about it.
Well, I'm MK.
I'm John.
And this is our podcast.
Welcome.
We're going to talk.
About what today? Is there anything you want to say? I know we usually start with kind of things I've been vamping on.
No, because, well, I will say there's a trade today.
That you're stoked for.
Well,
do you want to open the pod with it?
I don't know that I'm stoked. It's more so that I'm like, oh shit, because it's pretty much exactly an idea that we've been cooking up.
Say it. Start with that.
We have to start with this.
Yes.
Yeah, because it's so. And then it looks like the news has been out for a while about the movie. But in my research today, there was some more news, and I was like, wait, what? And I went down the rabbit hole and discovered this. So Eli Roth has his company, The Horror Section. Mm-hmm. And, we're all excited for his next movie, The Ice Cream Man. Going to be great. But he does this thing where he does Eli Roth Presents. And Eli Roth presents a stripper slasher Stiletto, written by this exotic dancer. And I think she's starring in it as well. And it's like on the 1-year anniversary of this girl's sister's death, tragic death. She's like working at the strip club. And she's like trying to like figure out, like catch the guy. It's like a masked killer who's killing strippers. And we've been kind of cooking up a strip club slasher idea. Mm-hmm. And I don't necessarily think we can't still do it. Mm-hmm. But I will just say Eli Roth is putting this in theaters worldwide this Halloween. So this is going to be a big stripper slasher.
Our movie wouldn't be until the next Halloween.
That's true.
So we have a year to make it different.
That's true.
So
And you know what? And to see their movie and to make ours different enough.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So and then on top of that, we have another multi-year period to develop it into an actual feature. So these movies are going to be separated at the earliest by 2.5 years. That's if someone saw your movie top of 2027 is like, I want to green light this now. You have to make it, post-production it, and then put it into theaters.
Yeah.
So these movies are 2.5 to 3 years apart minimum.
Yeah, that's true.
So don't even sweat it.
It's just, I'm not even necessarily sweating. It's just one of those things that's so interesting because
great minds think alike.
Great minds think alike. And it's been very organic because we were actually approached by a dancer who was like, I want to die in a horror movie. And then from that.
I guarantee you there has been a movie about a killer killing strippers.
Right. I'm sure there has been.
That movie's been made.
This seems to be in like the vibes that I'm seeing, like in the neon.
God, I wish we had
an
intern
like,
to just be Googling
damn,
that.
Like this is right to be like, here's all the stripper
and then
slashers.
we could just keep vamping.
Yeah.
Not vamping, chatting intelligently.
So I am super excited though. I did follow the woman who is the writer. I followed her on Instagram because she seems awesome. And this is like a really cool thing. And she's like, I've had negative dollars in my bank account. I was like, how will I ever make a movie? And I wanted to make this movie and we fucking did it. And now Eli Roth is putting it on the big screen, which is so fun. And we love Sir Eli Roth with his Hollywood
that actor.
hair.
There's like also a writer, Philip Roth.
I don't know.
Then there's like an actor who I think was in Full Monty. Whose
you know
last
what?
name is
There
Roth.
is something I want to talk to you about.
Okay.
And it's about Osgood Perkins.
Okay.
I saw a video today that was like, let me break down Osgood Perkins for you.
Please.
And I'm like, well, I know him from Legally Blonde, you know.
Okay.
And obviously as now a horror writer director,
Mm-hmm.
you know, successful. Long Legs, Keeper, The Monkey.
Need you say more?
I'm like, what else is there? There's more. I do need to say more. So he comes from like Hollywood royalty and like theater royalty.
Okay.
So he's Osgood Perkins II, named after his grandfather, who was a Broadway star.
Doesn't really work like that.
Yeah, but that's how they did it.
No, I mean, he could still be Osgood Perkins, but he's just Osgood Perkins. I don't think he's the second.
Yeah.
Is it in his title that's second?
That's just what the person said when they like were. It was a long video that I watched today.
Okay. Well, but you have to be. That's why I want
the direct.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so so his grandfather was like Hollywood or Broadway royalty, all this stuff, right?
It really sucks. There is no second. There's only junior. You don't really get to be second. It only starts at third.
Right.
So the second one, it sucks. You're setting it up though. That's the thing.
For there to be a third.
And if they don't do it, then their life is a waste.
Whoa. Crazy. Okay, so he's named after his grandfather, and his grandfather died when his dad, Anthony Perkins, was 5. But his dad, Anthony Perkins, still followed in his dad's footsteps and was a famous actor. His dad, most notably, was Norman Bates in Psycho, but also did, like, he had a deal with Paramount. You know how back in the day, like, actors had deals with studios, and it was like a 5-picture deal, and we'll make you he was like a matinee idol, and they were, like, really making him, they were, like, pushing him to be, like, this, like, heartthrob, but, like, the sweet, quiet, nerdy heartthrob, you know, like, that was, like, the Anthony Perkins vibe.
Okay.
Turns out, Anthony Perkins, this is Osgood Perkins' father, was a gay man, and socially very much out, and very much had a relationship with this other guy, Tab Hunter, who was an actor. And I'm like, is Tab Hunter one of the guys that woman
That's
was
what
a beard
I was
for?
just thinking about when you said that.
Huh? Because now I'm like, that name is so familiar. He's this like gorgeous blonde man.
Thinking, fantasizing.
Same thing. I mean, we're imagining now. It is beautiful Hollywood hunks, okay, from back in the day. So Tab Hunter and Osgood Perkins are like totally dating, but like Paramount's like, we're gonna keep this out of the press. They're leaking all these fake stories about him being with starlets, and it's, you know, they're just like, you're straight, you're straight, you're straight, you're straight. Let me get there. You're straight, you're straight, you're straight, you're straight. Okay. He and Tab Hunter break up, and then he buys out of his Paramount deal and fucks off to Europe, and he's like, I'm gonna make European movies and just like be a little more out. Like, I'm not loving this life. It was hard to be a closeted man in Hollywood in the 50s and 60s and stuff. And also the Norman Bates of it all was just hard for him. And they also, like, that was, like, the only role he did where it was, like, more effeminate. Like, he was, like, they were actively, like, we have to make you just, like, as straight as possible in these movies. And he was like, this is feeling really inauthentic for me as a person. So he goes to Europe, has this, like, beautiful love affair with this other man there, whatever. Then he goes to conversion therapy. Okay? And then after conversion therapy, he's like, okay, I guess I'm straight. I'm going to try to be straight. And he meets Osgood Perkins' mom. Anthony Perkins was 40. Osgood Perkins' mom was 25.
Okay.
They have Osgood Perkins.
Okay.
They have another boy. Then the dad, Anthony Perkins, dies of AIDS.
Wow.
Okay? Crazy.
Saw that one coming a mile
but
away.
then, get this, Osgood Perkins' mother dies in 9/11.
Oh my God. That's crazy. In an airplane or in the towers? In an airplane, right?
I think in an airplane.
Craziness.
She dies in 9/11.
You said it, 9/11. It's not that you don't have to be hush-hush about
it's
it.
just like,
It's just crazy.
It's just tragic. Joan, it's tragic.
So, and I wonder how old he was. He's probably
Osgood Perkins, I think, is
me.
a little older than you.
So, he's probably in his teens. Loses both, had his no parents.
So now you think about, like, you know, his movies and, like, the fact that
So you're
he's
saying
writing.
he's an okay nepo baby because he's been through hardships?
Well,
Is that what you're building to?
That's not. I think he's also a talented nepo baby, which I think is really the ultimate thing. No, I'm more so just, like, think it's interesting because I've always been like,
Well, you know what they say about diamonds?
what?
They're formed in the rough.
I was going to say our girl's best friend. I more so think it's interesting that he is making horror movies because, like, I was like, wait,
His dad's
the
in Psycho.
Legally Blonde guy. Yeah, I guess that. But it's also just like he's
not the Legally Blonde guy. He's a dude who was in Legally Blonde as like a very like has like a line or not even, right?
He has several lines.
Several lines,
And there's an iconic scene where he's being totally rejected by these two girls on the steps of Harvard.
Right.
And Elle passes by, and then Elle's like, and she walks up to him and she slaps him, and he's like, oh, and she goes, you didn't call me.
I remember this.
And he's like, what? And she's like, we spent those 4 amazing hours together, and then you didn't call me. How could you do that to a girl? And then she walks away, and then the girl's like, so, you were saying? And he's just like,
okay, so you think it's weird that he's doing horror now?
I don't think it's weird. I think it's kind of beautiful. He's got a lot of deep
That his parents
things
died and
to
that
explore.
he's doing horror?
Yeah,
You think it's beautiful?
I do.
It is beautiful.
I think it's fascinating, to say the least.
He's definitely had what seems like a rough emotional life, and that's really sad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
crazy.
And now he's making buco money.
Whoa.
That's interesting. Was that going to be a trade? That's an emotional trade.
That wasn't going to be a trade.
Okay. You just wanted to talk about that.
So I'm glad that you let me.
I'm glad we unpacked that. I
let
didn't
me
let you.
Well, you let me talk up front. Usually you like handle.
Usually I shut you down. No. If you want to talk up front about anything, if you want to say anything, you
handle
can.
the opening chit chat. What's your chit chat?
Yeah, let's dive into it. Okay, are you ready?
Yep.
So we watched The Wild.
You're yelling.
We watched The Wild.
Oh, okay.
We didn't get into it last time because we gave people breath to watch it.
No, last episode you were like, we're gonna watch The Wild and then we're gonna talk about it.
Okay, so we have watched it.
Yeah.
And what's also you realize happening is this episode is not coming out for between
2 more weeks.
No, between 4 more weeks.
Oh.
Between these 2 episodes.
John and I are going on a trip, so we're kind of backlogging some episodes.
It's 3 weeks.
Okay.
It's 3 weeks between this, what we recorded last and this time, what we're saying right now.
So guys, let's talk about Madagascar v. The Wild.
Okay, so these movies come out at the same time. They're developed at the same time.
Much
Disney
like
is
Stiletto
making
and
The
My
Wild.
Stripper idea.
What?
I said much like Stiletto and My Stripper idea.
Yes, 100%. Much like Dante's Peak and Volcano and other types of things like that. These movies get developed at the same time, and Disney is making The Wild, and they spend so much time on the animation that it goes over budget and goes over schedule, and Madagascar comes first, and The Wild comes out 8 months later, and Madagascar just ate its lunch. Damn. It was done. And then people were like, sometimes some type of weird older critics were like, actually The Wild is the better movie. It's not. It's
Wrong.
terrible. But I highly recommend watching both of these movies. I'm going to look to camera watching both of these movies because it's like a little weird time capsule into how strange Hollywood can be.
That's so true.
Um,
And the animation is super detailed in the wild, but it's unsettling.
yeah. Also, I was editing, moving on. I was editing last podcast and I said something along the lines, I wrote in my notes, apologize for latchkey kid comment from last episode.
Okay.
So what I said in the last episode, I was like saying something, and then I kind of switched to doing an impression of someone I kind of forget now.
Yeah.
But I then go, the words that left my mouth were, I'm a latchkey kid.
Right.
Or I was a latchkey kid.
Right.
And I think I was talking metaphorically about people. Oh, I remember it was like people who are scared, something about like scary situations, being alone.
Yeah.
I was not a latchkey kid. Those were just, that happened to be the words that left my mouth. I was a latchkey, but it was through the context of like doing an impression
So you're fact checking yourself
So
right now.
I'm just saying, I just want people to know, I was not a latchkey kid. I don't want anyone years from now to come back and be like, yo, I looked into it. My man's not
Johnny Mac was
latchkey,
not
and that was
latchkey.
crazy. I think latchkey kids have honor and they have respect and they are hard and they are callous. No, I don't mean that. I just mean what they are is they're like a phoenix reborn in the ashes. And I think that they are...
Because they took care of themselves.
They're tempered steel. They're not callous. That's not what I meant. They're tempered steel.
Okay.
Okay, you know what tempered steel is?
Sure.
You put it in the fire. What's tempered steel?
Tempered steel is you put it in the fire and it's nice and smooth.
No. You put it in the fire. You fold it out of the fire. You put it back in the fire. You fold it again. You fold it again. You fold it again. Okay. So when you fold
It's
it,
just folded
when you
steel.
fold it and pound it, I'm sorry, you have to fold it and then pound it, and that makes it stronger. You're kind of like layering the steel on top of each other. Okay. So you're tempering the steel
So
like
each
that.
time they came home and their mom wasn't there to greet them with an after school snack.
They're thicker. They're stronger.
Yeah, got
Okay,
it.
that was crazy what happened with your voice just
I
then,
know,
by the
because
way.
I was like, it was like a good little quick.
But anyway, I'm not a latchkey kid. I never have been. I never was, and I'll never got the opportunity to be. So
You
I
never
want to
will
make
be.
a deep apology to all latchkey kids who thought maybe I was with you
Stolen
there.
valor.
Yeah, I will. No, it. If you listen and you kind of understand what I'm saying now, you listen back and you be like, oh, he's saying
hear
about
you.
latchkey kids.
I got it.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. We need to have a serious talk
Let's do it.
about Lee Daniels
Oh my God. Because he made a horror movie?
called The Deliverance.
Crazy.
And we made joke after joke about, on this podcast,
Like episode 5, I feel like.
about Lee Daniels
Versus Lee
the
Cronin.
Mummy, the Mummy.
We were like Lee Daniels, and we were like Lee Cronin's the Mummy.
And it was so funny because Lee
Cronin's the
Daniels would
Butler.
never make a horror movie, we thought, because he made literally the movie The Butler.
Yeah.
Which is just like the most homey
drama
movie.
biopic.
But anyway, now Lee Daniels is making a horror movie called Lee Daniels The Deliverance, which I think is crazy because it's like Lee Daniels is kind of doing what you're doing with your name.
Is it Lee Daniels The Deliverance?
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah.
You're joking.
No, I swear.
Well, but we know he had to be Lee Daniels the Butler because there was like some weird legal thing.
If you look it up, there's some crazy shit where it's like Harvey Weinstein was holding the script for the Butler
yeah.
hostage.
It's just The Deliverance.
No. In the preview that we saw, it said Lee Daniels, The Deliverance. That's how we knew The Deliverance was a Lee Daniels movie, and that's why we
I
tweaked
know,
out
but I
about
will
it.
say this on the Netflix poster, it just says a Lee
I
Daniels
get it.
film.
Oh, it says what?
A Lee Daniels film. It doesn't say.
Does it say a Lee Daniels film, The Deliverance?
No, The Deliverance.
Well, we saw, you remember it too. Don't ignore.
I remember seeing it said directed by Lee Daniels. I didn't remember it saying Lee
No,
Daniels
it
is
said
The
Lee
Deliverance.
Daniels, The Deliverance, whatever. I'll find it. I'll have to find it now.
Yeah, but the Butler
But
thing
anyway,
was a
Lee
Weinstein
Cronin
thing.
also. Lee Cronin's The Mummy.
I mean,
and
I feel
these
like-
double Lees.
I feel like he had to do that because of
Cronin?
No, because of the Mummy.
My joke was, do you think Lee Daniels only put Lee Daniels over The Deliverance because he was like, well, if Lee Cronin's doing it,
Which is funny because he didn't. But yes. I get
no,
you.
it's okay. For the rest of this episode, we are going to be under the assumption that it does say that. 'Cause
Should I open my Netflix app and see?
MK, I can't. No, we
Okay.
can't be on our phone like that.
God bless.
I'm yelling at you.
I know.
So anyway, Lee Cronin and Lee Daniels, both putting their name on their
We
movies.
should see The Deliverance.
You want to see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see it too.
Well, let's talk about it. We should see it. Speaking of, didn't we see another? Well, obviously we saw Earth versus Spider, which we're getting into today. But didn't we see we saw Leviticus. Should we talk about that?
We did see Leviticus, and yeah, I mean, I thought it was good. You didn't. We were switched. I was like a 3.5, and you were like a 2.5 or something, or a 3.
I was a 3 out of 5.
Yeah. And our friend was a 2.5 out of 5.
I mean, it's like a picture book, and by that I mean like a photography book. Like, it's absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's like mostly natural light. I was thinking back on it, but it's just the story left. There was some things to be desired.
Yep.
And
you know what? Did you know that like
hot man chasing me isn't that scary?
No, that's not that scary. A hot guy chasing you is not.
Who like
scary.
looks like the guy that I'm most into.
It's like ooh, you know.
Okay.
Do you think that wait, fuck. What were we just saying?
Leviticus look like a photography book.
Yes, the photography book. Thank you. Oh my god, that would have sent me up. We would have to stop down.
I know.
So
I'm learning your ways.
When someone first said to me, hey, like every shot should look like a photograph. I kind of like didn't realize that about movies. Mm-hmm. And I didn't think about them like that.
Yeah.
And I would never at any point was like, oh, what would this still look like? Mm-hmm. You know, movies I just would be prettier. I would just kind of like them or something and didn't really know.
Yeah.
Do you know who talked to you about that for the first time? Was like, they should be photographs? Like, it should be like every still.
I don't. At this point, I've seen so many YouTube videos and had so many conversations with different DPs and with you about movies.
Does it feel like in the past 6 years, though?
Definitely. Yeah,
'Cause
I mean,
for me,
I've started my filmmaking journey in the past 6 years.
Yeah, it feels that for me. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know exactly who said it.
I directed my first thing in 2021, so like definitely.
I think it might have been someone who didn't say, "Oh, it should be this way." I think I've heard multiple people say, "Oh, every shot of that movie is like a beautiful photograph."
Yeah.
And I kind of like the first time like, "Oh," and then the second time like, "Oh," and then the third I'm like,
Yeah, totally. No, and this one was like, it's not just the composition, it was also the coloring and the lights and just like the emotion behind it and the focus. Like, it was just beautiful.
Lead actor was good. So we've seen Obsession, Saccharin, Backrooms, Passenger, Hokum, and Leviticus.
Yes.
We've seen the 6 main horror movies that came out in the past 6 to 8 weeks. And in order of liking them, I'm going to go first and then you're going to go.
Okay.
Okay? I'm going to go Passenger,
Okay.
Saccharin, Passenger, Obsession, Saccharin, Hokum, Leviticus, Backrooms. Or maybe Backrooms over Leviticus.
Passenger, for me, it's Passenger, Obsession, Hokum, Saccharin, Leviticus, Backrooms.
Yeah.
So we're pretty close.
Probably liked Leviticus. I mean, I gave Leviticus a 3.5 and I gave
Backrooms 2.5.
a 2.5. But I took half a star off for hype.
Yeah.
I just penalized it, period, for hype purposes alone.
It's the thing is it was like Leviticus was so well made. I just wanted more from the story, from the plot, from the character development, stuff like that.
On retrospect, I could actually make Backrooms maybe a 3.5 and Leviticus a 3 and make Leviticus my least favorite.
Okay.
Because Backrooms is like a better story than Leviticus. Right?
I mean, a better story. It definitely.
It's about his divorce.
The plot structure feels more. Sure, yeah, it's a train that we get on that's moving the whole time. Sure, yeah. I guess I could agree with
Leviticus is like.
I'll say this: I like the story of Leviticus more than Backrooms. Like, I like the premise of Leviticus more than I like the premise of Backrooms.
Yeah, it's a good premise. I wish we had that priest more. I wish we saw kind of the curse in action and the concept of the curse maybe in a physical realization. Like, yeah, it would have been interesting to see.
It just is hard when the scary thing is the one that you love. It's the temptation.
Like, maybe if the scary guy, like there was like little flashes where you see, or maybe like his face contorts with digital effects in a way that is like, this is a spirit version of this hot guy, you know, and like, or maybe like when he gets to you, like he opens up his mouth in some type of crazy way, really wide with like extra rows of teeth.
Right. It's ultimately just like the person you love tries to kill you.
Yeah.
Which is scary, but it's not like.
It's scarier
It's
when
a curse movie. Let's be fucking freaky.
It's scarier when you say it out loud.
Yeah.
Than when you actually watch it happen in a movie. In a movie, it's just watching somebody kill a person.
You know what's interesting too, and now we're definitely getting into maybe some spoiler. I mean, we feel like we've already spoiled Leviticus, but
we have not spoiled Leviticus.
Well, then
you learned that in the first 20 minutes.
Spoiler for Leviticus.
Okay.
Maybe. I think it's a spoiler. I don't know. I just want to give the caveat just in case. What's interesting is also because the foundation of their relationship, what we first see of them, is them beating each other up. So, like, there's already them being physical and, like, being rough with each other in this way that then develops into a sensual sexual connection. So then when the flip is now he's physical and he's actually going to hurt him, but like they are actually kind of hurting each other in the beginning, and the other two guys are like throwing rocks at each other, which would actually hurt you. So there's also something about like if it was like a oh, you need to take that?
No.
You know, like they're super sweet and then all of a sudden violent. Like I'm just thinking about it and I'm kind of thinking out loud. It's just like violence is like kind of the foundation of their relationship with how they roughhouse and how they get to the point.
The blonde guy is crazy. Remember they throw rocks at each other. The other dude.
That's what I said. They're throwing rocks at each other, which like definitely hurts, and then that turns into the sexual connection.
You think?
So then it's just like I guess then when they are violent with each other, I'm like, well, I've already seen them be violent with each other, so I'm not really scared. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Leviticus is maybe the worst one. But I don't know. Leviticus and Backrooms are kind of tied for my least favorite. And they're still good.
Yeah, I hate saying like worst, but
yeah, worst is not the right word to say. They're just my least
processing it.
favorite.
But I love the Australians, and I think they're sick fucks. And I wish we could get government money for making movies. That'd be so cool.
You think the Australians are sickos?
Yeah,
they
dangerous
are sickos.
Animals.
Dangerous Animals. Talk to me. What's
bring
the
her
other
back.
one? Bring her back.
That one was fucking freaky.
Wait, and then what's the one where they switch minds?
That's not Australian.
Oh, okay.
Where they switch minds? You mean the playful Netflix movie?
The playful.
It's What's Inside.
It's What's Inside.
Is that what you're thinking of?
Where they play that they have like a machine.
It's a game. Yeah, it's What's Inside.
Yeah, when they switch in their
yeah, that's like a
spaces.
playful Netflix horror movie.
What are you saying playful for?
Because it's like a playful movie.
Are you saying playful as that's like the studio?
No, I'm saying playful in that
like an adjective.
The tone.
Oh, that movie's just as terrifying as the rest of them. That's a horror movie.
But the editing is super playful, and the colors, and like it's like silly because the one girl's an influencer.
I think It's What's Inside looks just like Talk to Me.
They do not.
Okay,
but,
I disagree.
Okay.
I think they do.
Okay.
We're gonna stop down if we have to.
How about can we just compare the posters, and I feel like we'll really get the vibe like right off the bat. Which one are you looking up? Talk to Me or It's What's Inside? I got Talk to Me.
I have Talk to Me.
Oh, okay. It's What's Inside.
I'm doing What's Inside too.
What, John? It's What's Inside.
These movies look exactly the same.
Don't you remember how they edited
That's the coloring of it of what's inside.
Uh-huh.
Okay, are you ready?
But don't you remember how they edited it?
This is the coloring of Talk to Me.
Totally.
They look the same.
I see those two stills. You did a really great job of finding.
No, those are the only. I just clicked the first one.
Don't you remember how they
I
edit
did that. We literally are recording.
Don't
how long
you
that took.
remember how they edit It's What's Inside?
Not in the way that you're referencing. I remember It's What's Inside to be a horror movie.
Okay.
I found it deeply disturbing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I found it fun. I didn't find, and Talk to Me was like fucking scary.
Well, what do you mean? They all kill each other in It's What's Inside.
Well, it does. It does get to that point, but the first kill, I believe, is an accident.
Yeah, it's not. It's not
there's
as
no demons
standard. That's what
them,
I actually thought was really.
And there's no trauma.
Hold on, it does. That's what I think is good about It's What's Inside is it doesn't fit like Joe Bob's like slasher rules. It's kind of this movie about kids playing a game that gets like crazy out of hand. But I think that that's kind of what Talk to Me is about in a way.
Sure.
But there's more of a spiritual element to it. But I think those are also movies about like kids who get in a circle who are like playing a game.
Well, yeah.
And I think they look similar. So I thought it was an Australian movie.
Okay.
God damn it. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm joking.
Okay. Do you have anything else you want to talk about?
No, I just want to berate you, yell at you.
Yeah, that's not fun.
No, come on, do it back to me.
I don't. I can't.
No, hit me with one.
I literally can't.
Hit me.
Shut the fuck up.
Okay, why would you choose a drive-in?
Why would I choose a drive-in?
I thought it was such an interesting question. Why would you, MK, want to go see a movie at a drive-in opposed to the theater?
Because I want to feel nostalgic.
Okay.
Even though I didn't grow up with a drive-in, it just is like
Totally.
feels old school.
It does, right?
I want to be outside.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to kind of talk and chit-chat during the movie.
Way more talking and way more chit-chatting in a drive-in.
Yeah.
You can totally be in your own little party in your car.
Yeah.
And you can bring blankets and lay down in the back. If you have a car that can be put backwards into it, it's great.
Can I tell a story of our first experience at a drive-in?
Okay.
So John had never been to a drive-in theater. I'd been once or twice with my family, kind of growing up, on family vacations. And we went to a drive-in outside of Nashville. And we were in your little Honda Civic. And I was like...
Accord.
Honda Accord, sorry. I was like, we should bring blankets, we should bring... and I was kind of trying to set the vibe, but also me, I'm not really taking the lead on anything. And you were like, I got it, it's going to be great. And so we go to the drive-in and we sit facing it, which was super cute. But
Well, that's how you have to do it in an Accord.
in an Accord, yeah. Unless we brought chairs to sit totally outside the car.
Yes.
Yeah. And I remember we tuned into the radio, and your car though had some battery problems.
I knew this at the time.
And we were seeing Ghostbusters, the OG Ghostbusters, which was super cute. We'd both seen it before, so it's low stakes. We're probably just gonna make out. It's gonna be a fun date. We play a little backgammon. You'd teach me how to play backgammon.
Yep, in the back seat.
And the movie starts, and we definitely have to have the car on because it's
FM radio.
FM radio, and also it's a million degrees outside. Do you remember this? It was just I just remember being so hot. The second we turned the car off, or just on battery or something, it was just that we needed the AC. It was just we were trying to figure it out, and the lights were on, whatever. Anyways, John's car dies during the movie.
Yep.
But you're prepared. You have your little
This
own...
is weird hearing you tell me this story. I know you're telling the audience this story.
Yeah.
But it's you're looking just at me telling the story. It's I know every detail of this.
Okay. So you just get your battery and you start up the car, and you're like, can we go? And I'm like, let's get out of here. Let's go. Because,
Well, it was a physical impossibility to stay.
it was
because the car would just die again.
Yeah. Or we're what are we going to sit outside and maybe try one of it's just not going to happen.
Try what?
Well, I don't know. I feel like they have little speakers there.
No, that's back in the day.
Okay. And so we leave early, and we're like, we'll just watch Ghostbusters at your house. This was during COVID, by the way, everybody. So that's also, it was a good COVID date. It was a cute COVID date. And then on the way home, we had one of the best conversations ever, and I fell literally head over heels in love with you that night.
One of the that's very adorable. One of the interesting fact they said in the Joe Bob was that for this month of May in COVID, the only box office scores were coming in from drive-in theaters.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we were a part of that.
Yep.
Well, not
Yep.
May. It would have been June, I guess, but still. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so I love a drive-in for a date. It's also you and I will go there as a date night, and it's cute now. We have a car where we can back it up and put blankets down, and totally we got it on lock.
Mm-hmm.
We have our drive-in game upped.
Totally.
For sure.
100%.
So yeah, why would you choose to drive in?
I think I said so in the beginning of that.
Great.
Yeah.
Just chit-chatting and being outside.
Yeah.
Cool. Are you flirting with me? Or are you mad at me?
No.
Neither.
No, nothing. Are you good?
I'm great.
Okay. How's your energy?
My energy's great.
Okay.
Earth versus spider.
Yeah.
More 12 people versus spider.
More 12 people versus spider. 100%. This movie sucked ass. I'm gonna go through the stuff, the walkthrough of this movie. Let's see what happens here. Man dies in car accident. Blonde girl walking. Guy approaches, follows her, discussing missing father. Classroom note passing. They find wreckage of dad's car. Investigate. Discover and enter cave. More investigation. Empty caverns. Finally discover skeletons. Huge spider finds them and chases them out of cave. They get sample analyzed. No one believes them. Town goes to cave. More investigation. They find dead dad. Cops tried to kill Spider. Spider kills cop. Teacher wants to study Spider to avoid leaving them. Come above and rule them. That's what they say. The Spider's going to rule them, quote, which seems insane. Look at Spider in the museum. She calls the boyfriend at the movie theater, wants to find lost bracelet. MK then writes notes from here. Mike and Carol borrow Joe's car again. Joe and friends want to practice in a gym. The giant spider, they beg the janitor to let them in. They play music loud enough to wake the dead. A drama class comes in, dance party. Music brings Spider back to life. Everybody freaks out and runs away. Janitor dies. Spider gets onto the streets outside and causes a pandemonium. Spider is heading to the main guy's house with Baby. Main guy gets Spider to follow him. He loses him. Reports to police. They find bracelet and decide to leave. MK and I fall asleep at this point. We finish the movie the next day, which I don't really know if we started where we ended, but the guy is eating a candy bar in the cave, which brings the spider to them. The town shows up to the cave entrance. Guy and girl get trapped in cave. Town tries to lead rescue. This process goes on and on. Pretty checked out at this point. They electrocute Spider, and then the movie kind of ends around there. So this movie sucked by it. Joe Bob didn't even seem very interested in this movie. Darcy was dressed as a spider. That was adorable.
Joe Bob literally Darcy, your spider is more impressive than...
This movie has to be the worst movie that we've seen so far on Joe Bob. It has to be. And if I had watched this without doing this podcast, there's absolutely no way that the charisma of Joe Bob would have gotten me through this entire episode, because it's just, this movie's brutal. It's black and white, which is already tough, and it just sucks.
It just was, I mean, it's hard because it's like, oh, it's an indie movie from back in the day, so it's like, oh, there's parts that I'm like really trying to like give it credit for some stuff, but yeah, it's just not very good.
The spider stuff is cool.
But can I tell you what? Because I'm like,
and then the stuff with the guys.
There was some cool split screen spider stuff.
Yep.
And I'm like,
and then the guys in the cavern, which I literally thought was real.
Yeah.
Was all fake, superimposed. He went and got shots of the caverns and then put that filmed it and then superimposed them in very specific spots.
Yeah.
And that whole process, I bet, is fun and cool. And
but my thing is this, I feel like you and I, like our biggest frame of reference for like a creature feature from the 50s is Creature from the Black Lagoon, which we saw in 3D in theaters. And that movie fucking rocked. Granted, it was a studio movie, and this was an indie movie, but still, I'm like, they knew how to write good dialogue back in the day.
Sure.
You know what I mean? It's not just like, oh, it's old-timey. They didn't know how to write good characters. And Joe Bob kept talking about this, but it was crazy. I mean, the actors look so old. Like, their friend Joe, especially. I'm like, that's a 45-year-old man.
I don't even think we need to talk about this movie on this episode so much.
Oh.
This movie is so bad. It's got a blonde girl, old actors, bad actors, bad directing, bad script. Whatever it is, the sum of its parts is bad. Would I recommend this movie? Absolutely not. I bet that there are better big insect movies out there. There have to be. Like some movie of like a cricket that's big. I mean, a Godzilla, a King Kong, anything like that. I mean, there's so many Godzilla movies.
Yeah. Okay, so one fun fact then, since we'll just move on to the trailer.
Well, hold on. I give it a 1 out of 5 giant spiders.
Okay, I give it a 1 out of 5 giant spiders as well.
Yeah.
A fun fact is that a clip of it is in Lilo and Stitch on the TV.
Really?
Yeah. Because Lilo's obsessed with like things being destructive, and I'm pretty sure he sees like the giant spider like being destructive.
Oh, wait. I actually think I remember that.
Yeah.
Is that Lilo getting like one of those like Earth histories like really quickly? Or he just sees this on the TV? Stitch getting...
No, he like flips channels and like sees stuff.
But he's getting like a history of Earth.
It's not like Fifth Element, like let's give her a recap of Earth. It's not like that at all.
War.
Yeah, no, it's not like
Why war? Why war?
Okay.
No kiss. I do not tell you no kiss.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm doing just then?
Of course, you're doing an impression of her. So.
Can you do one?
No, I don't want to. And
Hold on.
I don't think I can.
You can try.
I don't want to.
You're not gonna get canceled.
I don't want to.
It's okay. 1,
John,
she's white.
John.
2.
I don't have it in my brain enough. I just have your impression of it, so I would just be doing your impression of her.
I think that's gonna get you close to it.
I love you.
Yeah, we're gonna crack you.
I don't want to.
One more time.
I'd love to do the trailer.
Do no kiss.
Okay.
What would you do if I kissed you and you were sleeping and we didn't know each other?
I'd smack you in the fucking face.
And you would say?
No kiss. Babe, not doing it. Moving on. Okay?
You realize I need something funny in this podcast to happen to clip. Preferably 2 things. So I've done a bunch of jokes here. Yes, maybe they're a little aggressive. Yes, maybe my voice has gotten to a decibel that's shocked you. But I'm going to need to set you up from this point to the end of the podcast.
Okay.
Yeah, get your game face on.
No, because listen.
Listen up.
Listen up, John.
Listen
I
up.
was riffing about how their friend Joe looks like a 45-year-old fucking man, and you go, we're not talking about this movie anymore.
What?
So I could have set
How's that funny?
I could have set us up
What am I going to say to
to
that?
talk about this movie and roast this movie, and there could have been a great soundbite about roasting
But
this
what am I
movie.
going to say? That they're
We could have
old?
been like, oh no, he's old. Like, I don't know.
I'm a little young boy.
He's old.
I'll tell you
don't
something.
know.
I'll tell you something.
What?
This is good content.
I felt so shut down, okay? And then you just want to hear yourself talk and be funny and then be like, set her up for the joke. And if I don't do the way that the joke that you want it to go, then it's a problem. And
It's
that's
not a problem.
okay. That's not collaboration.
That's not podcasting.
That's not podcasting. That's not marriage, goddammit.
I'll tell
Okay?
you though, right now, I
What?
feel like this podcast is finally alive.
That's crazy, John.
No, we're finally alive.
No, because now I'm just mad at you.
No, that's good.
No, it's
That's
not.
good stuff. We're here.
Oh my god.
Feel it. Feel it. Do you feel it?
I do, and
I'm
I'm
alive.
honored.
Hold my hand.
No.
Please.
John. All of that's going to peak. All the audio is going to be peaked. You're going to have to adjust all of that.
That was good stuff. The actors do look old. I actually will. I mean, I completely agree. Joe Bob brought that up. One of the guys, he's not 45. He's legitimately 35. But can I tell you, if to riff raff?
Finally.
Fine. Yeah, I'll tell you. You know what I could have said? This is
What?
what I could have said is, I'm older than that guy.
And that's funny.
And that is funny.
that's funny.
That's funny.
Okay.
Because we're saying how old that dude looks.
Looks so old.
And I'm older. No, people back in the day, in the 50s, I think looked older. But that dude looks like he spent like a life in the coal mines.
No, literally.
And I'm 3 years older than him. 4 in him.
I think it's also, if we like put you in a high school setting next to what I think the main girl looks kind of young. Like she's 25, reads young.
Yeah.
Then yeah, you look older. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. But in most contexts, you don't look older.
Most people think I'm 28.
I hear people say you look like you're 32. That's like the main thing. People are like, I think I'm like
Hunter
30,
said he
32.
thought I looked 30.
30. Yeah.
28, no one's really said.
I'm like, I don't think anybody's saying 32 anymore, babe.
Oh
I'm
my
not
god,
even-
I
I'm
just
not
had
even
to,
in
I
this
think that was
anymore.
all very funny.
Oh, you just had so much fun.
Yeah, I thought that was great. We really
You just
brightened
had
it
a
up.
blast. Yeah, you had fun now, didn't you? That's good. I'm glad. That's really good, John.
So we both gave this movie 1 out of 5.
Yeah, it sucked.
This movie
I
sucks.
was really into it at first, but then it just didn't get better.
Joe
So-
Bob makes anything fun. And I
course
actually
he
like
does.
watching these movies for the podcast
Yes,
because
of course.
I wouldn't finish the movie
No.
without
God, no.
for this podcast. So we got to spend all that time with Joe Bob and Darcy, my
Yeah.
2 favorite people
What did you
besides
think of
you.
the music?
It was good. Wasn't it from a really famous horror score guy?
Yeah.
Music was good. Music was good.
Joe Bob made a joke. He was like, this guy, you know, he's like, his main rule for scoring a monster movie is no flute and mostly brass.
That's a good rule.
And I feel like, okay, great.
Yeah, except I think flute you could use.
I think I can use some flute.
Do you want to go through some trades?
I do. Bastard. They're demolishing a house like 2 doors down. Crazy sounds if we hear that.
If you can hear that, are bad. If you can't, then it's fine.
Then are good.
That's how you do it.
Okay. Shudder
Yep.
acquires the dark fable called Nightborn from the Hatching filmmaker for next summer's release. We haven't seen Hatching, but you know, that's a movie. But Nightborn is going to premiere at Fantasia Film Fest,
Okay.
July 22nd, and then it's going to debut on Shudder. So in Nightborn, ready? This is what the movie's about. With dreams of starting a perfect family, Saga and her British husband, John, move to the isolated house where she spent much of her childhood, deep in the Finnish forest. But as soon as their baby is born, despite the reassurance of all around her, Saga knows there's something terribly wrong with her son. As their marriage starts to crack, John struggles to support his wife, but only Saga suspects the terrible truth about her newborn. And Rupert Grint
Isn't it?
is the British man John.
Okay.
So, it's a visceral, gripping, and terrifying dark fable about motherhood and unconditional maternal love.
So this is Nightborn from the people who made Hatching. Ever since we were watching the Joe Bob, there were all these ads that we were skipping, but it was like all of them were like from the director of The Nun. And what's that about? Do you know what the director of The Nun is
The
doing?
Whistle.
It's called The Whistle?
I think maybe it's just called Whistle.
Whistle?
I want to see it. I've been dying to see it, but it's just, I know we got to watch it together, so. It's one of those movies.
Yes. I want to
It's
see
a group
it
of
too.
friends find a fucking death whistle, and they go
They do
go-
what? You know what I'm not afraid of?
whistling? Or a death whistle.
No, I'm afraid of finding something and like testing
Somebody
the
goes,
limits
"Don't
of
do it."
belief of it
Right.
and then doing it.
Yeah, that's
I
scary.
always am like in the back of my head I'm like,
Yeah.
and then part of me has to do it
Mm.
just to prove to myself that it's like not a thing.
Yeah, no. I never, when people were like, say Bloody Mary 3 times in the mirror.
Bloody
I
Mary,
just-
Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary.
But you have to do like in a mirror at night, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I would never do that.
I would do it every time.
I
Candyman, 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 Candyman,
I would never do
Candyman.
it. The
Do
only
it.
one I did was Beetlejuice, 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 because I was like, yeah.
Say Candyman 5 times.
Candyman, 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 Candyman.
You didn't do it that last time.
You know why? Because there's reflective surfaces around me, so I can kind of see myself. And
Wow.
I don't want him coming in there.
I can only see you in all the reflective surfaces.
No, I guess I
Okay,
can
second
only see you.
trade. Trade number 2. That was trade number 1.
Yeah.
And now we're moving on to trade number 2. And everyone's going to need to fucking deal with it.
Chill.
Fucking deal with it.
Chill.
There we go. What?
What do you mean, there we go?
I can't wait. We're going to make love later. This energy,
That's crazy to say. on
it's
pod.
palpable.
HR.
It was, you know what it was? It was
calling HR.
it was a slow start. And we are
really wasn't,
we are
though.
fucking revved
You're
up.
just in
I
your
am
head.
rock
You're just in your head. Stop.
fucking
Stop. Don't talk like that. We're at work right now.
ready.
Yeah.
I didn't say anything. I'm rock ready, baby.
Okay, so this is actually interesting. This kind of connects to this whole stripper slasher stiletto situation. Just like ideas happening at the same time, you know, and like somebody perhaps writing the coattails of another movie's success. Like perhaps
Mhm.
the stiletto's a huge success, and we've got this movie in development, and it's like,
Yes,
oh, hey,
yes,
everybody
yes,
wants
yes,
a stripper
yes.
movie. Here we go. The Space Between
Okay.
is an indie
Okay.
horror movie that's coming out. They've released a
You're saying
teaser
this is a
trailer,
backrooms thing?
and it's a liminal space horror movie.
Liminal space. Liminal space.
So, Damien
It's a worldwide
Mafi
race to make a movie about a liminal space.
stars in The Space Between. So he plays Rick, an overnight security guard working inside a once bustling shopping mall
Wait.
after closing.
It's about a guy who kind of has a weird job in a kind of big abandoned
Yeah,
space.
but guess what?
What? Chicken?
While quietly carrying the grief,
But
dignity and trauma of losing his daughter, Rick clings to the structure of his nightly routine as a form of stability. Over the course of a single shift, that routine begins to fracture as something unseen retraces his every step. Okay? And here's what's cool. Here's really why.
yeah, so far I'm not interested.
Well, I bring this up, one, because it's interesting that this movie is already ready for release with the Backrooms movie. You know, like people are, if they're all hype on, like this could maybe get some traction, some butts in seats just because of the success of Backrooms. Maybe. But also, I think this is really cool. Production took place inside an operational Midwestern mall, utilizing real locations after hours to ground the film's surveillance-driven psychological horror and liminal atmosphere. Built through a lean, independent model, the production focuses on performance, practical environments, and atmosphere. The filmmakers were granted unlimited access to more than 96,000 square feet of retail, corridor, and back-of-house space for critical sequences. And, like, that's really cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Backrooms, he had all that money, and they
Money.
made it. This is like, these guys got
How much
the
money do they
right
have?
permission. Well, I wonder what the budget was.
So you want me just to kind of chat while you're looking that up?
Yeah, the space between...
So MK's looking that up about, space between, and I'm just sitting here kind of thinking to myself, hey, that's a cool shirt.
I have no clue.
Okay, well, we don't need to know right now.
And over...
Anybody in the comments, if you find out how much the space between costs to get made, leave it in the comments or tag us on Instagram on your story with the answer, or tweet at us on X or on Truth Social or on Blue Sky or on Threads. We are active on all of those social media platforms. No. Would you, what?
We're only active on Instagram.
We don't have a Blue Sky account? What about a Threads account?
No.
What about a Twitter account?
Twitter's dead.
Well, there's X.
Yeah, it's called X now. I know.
People actually really just still say tweeting and Twitter.
I know, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I really tried. Okay, here's my next one. Ready? Director Drew Hancock,
Okay, I love him.
who directed Companion.
I'm here for it.
Did you like Companion?
I did.
You did.
It was fine.
He is directing a new horror movie called Seasons for Amazon MGM Studios. And Lily James, do you know this woman? Lily James.
Yep.
She is leading it. And it's adapted from a short story by these two guys, which first appeared on Reddit, called My Wife and I Bought a Ranch. So now people are really scouring the internet for spooky stories. Original IP. Built-in fan bases. Put your tongue away.
You don't want to see it just yet?
We're done. That's all we have.
Is that all your trades for today?
That's, yeah.
Well, hold on. Wait. That last one was interesting. What was it again? Like the...
What was it again? You were just sitting there with your tongue fucking out.
Well, you got me all twisted up about the tongue.
How did I get... You weren't even listening.
I was listening.
I was talking and you were just like...
Just say it. Don't be freaky.
You know who you look like? It's Pilaf. Do you know who Pilaf is?
No.
Pilaf is Demi Moore's dog who has his little tongue out.
I
You
do know
literally
who
look like
Pilaf is.
Pilaf. And that's,
I love rice pilaf.
and that's our second clip.
But what...
Is you and Pilaf next to each other. You listening to me looking like fucking Pilaf. And then you're like, wait, what was that trait about though?
What was the last one you were just saying?
Drew Hancock.
Yeah, he directed Companion.
Uh-huh.
And then he's doing... What was it?
Where were you?
No, what it was is that these things sometimes will set off
Where were you?
like a whole deep thinking spiral,
Yeah, so what'd you-
but it's all from that thing, and then I lose trace from the beginning.
I understand. So what were you just...
I actually can't get there, and I might forget where I even was if you don't tell me where it started in the beginning.
You don't even know what you were just...
Now I'm really losing it because it's... Do you even know? Don't look it up. You just...
I just was like gonna just read it again for you.
Just tell me what Drew Hancock is directing.
A movie called Seasons starring Lily James.
Okay.
It's based off of a short story that they found
Reddit.
on Reddit.
Thank you. All you had to say was Reddit, okay? Jesus H. Christ. What I was thinking is how crazy it is that people out there... What is your... What? You got a problem?
I'm just breaking the fourth
You know what
wall.
it is you memory shame. And this has been a thing for days you've been doing. And I honestly want it to end. I don't want to be tested if I
ends
don't.
now.
Because the thing is I have ADHD.
It ends now.
So you're not going to memory shame me anymore?
Never again.
You're really doing that very quickly. I thought this was going to be more of a
No, it
fight.
ends now.
You just like that.
Just like that.
You heard my... Well, wow. Okay.
Tell me about your thought about Reddit.
I bet that there is so much. I mean, that's what Backrooms is. Backrooms is this deep internet thing, except that blew up on its own. They're trying to go out there and find things that haven't blown up yet, and as they should, because the internet is so vast, dude. There was this guy, Tucker Max, who wrote these internet stories and put them on a website called tuckermax.com, and I think he had a couple books published that like only like really proto manosphere type people would buy. I mean, this guy that I went to high school with who was like very into Ayn Rand, was obsessed with Tucker Max. And he just wrote sex stories. Not like you're going to jerk off to it or something. Like he wrote about his exploits as like a hot guy, you know, and he would just like write, and they're all like deeply misogynistic. You know, this is all like very early manosphere type internet stuff. My point with the story is only just that this is early internet, tuckermax.com or whatever, his stories to a website. There are so many people who probably have websites, Tumblrs, the beginning of Reddit, Twitter threads from 2008, you know, Substack, don't even, I mean, yeah, I guess
I was just naming a modern one.
yeah, a new one, but I'm talking these people. Well, when did Substack? I bet you know what's honestly. I bet if you looked up Substack, I bet they're like, oh, Substack started in 2012, actually. You know.
My guess is 2018.
Yeah, but I guess I'm talking like very, like before 2015, probably.
2017.
Isn't that yeah? Substack, even that feels a little early. Doesn't that feel? I mean,
A little bit. I said 2018.
you did say 2018. The internet feels like it really picked up steam at like 2012, 2015. That's when the internet that we know it now like really started fucking revving. But before that, there must be even still so much stuff. I mean, the amount of stuff that must have existed out there that people haven't renewed their domains, that have just shut down over time at this point.
Totally.
But
Definitely.
I just bet that there are deep, deep troves of all sorts of weird shit.
Yeah.
And if you really wanted to search for like something specific, I mean, the other day I heard these people on a podcast talking about self-sucking, which is when a guy.
I know. I don't want to talk about why does their podcast and their crass boy humor have to get to our podcast?
Well, because I was just I just was on these Reddit threads of these self-suck Reddit threads, and these people are putting this stuff on the internet.
Yeah.
That's going to exist for anyone who
I
wants to
know.
learn about self-sucking in the future.
Yeah.
That's there.
It's there.
And that's now on Reddit.
Yep.
So Reddit is one of this. This gets to a greater point. If you let me make a point, do you ever try to make a point in your fucking girl? You ever try to make a point about self-sucking and your girl just doesn't let you do it? Tweet at me if that's the case. My point is this: is that must be so much stuff that has been out there for years that is, one, difficult to find,
Yes.
and two, probably gone from even domains disappearing at this point.
I agree.
You know, if you put it on Reddit, it gets like allocated into these subreddits,
Yep.
right? And these communities. And they're there ostensibly for forever.
Unless they get removed.
So, unless they get removed.
Yeah.
So, really, more people should be on Reddit.
It's a gold mine.
r/self_suck. I'm not saying go there, but if you're hearing that and you go, well, I want to know what's going on there,
Yeah.
figure it out.
Yeah.
Put yourself on there.
Sure.
Put yourself out there.
Sure.
Put yourself out there. Can we agree? It's healthy to put yourself out there in life?
Yes.
Okay, that's the podcast.
Companion Podcast.